Everybody, welcome to another edition of Box Seats. I'm your host, Frank Holder. It's Tuesday, July 6th. If you're tuning in for the first time, this is the show where comedy meets sports. We talk to comedians. Comedians give their opinions on some sports talk. Basically find out what's going on in the sports world. We do it with comedians. These comedians have been in the business for a very long time. They know what they're talking about, especially when it comes to comedy. So let's first tune up. And let's bring my man Talent. And first of all, Talent, how was your weekend, bro? How's everything?
Yo, Frank, this was the best weekend in a very long time, bro.
Yeah, New York Kings, huh?
I mean, you got that. We had great weather. The weather, 4th of July and the 5th of July, it was just hands down, bang, bang. It was beautiful. Ain't no complaints.
There it is. Next up, my man Fig. Let me see, Fig, how was you doing this weekend?
Yo, man, it was trovissimo. Absolutely lovely. Yes, things are happening in the air.
Okay. Rodney Perry. Bring in my man Rodney Perry. Rodney Perry, how was your weekend this weekend?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. I'm out here making this money, baby. I love it.
I bet you all will.
I've been making money like left and right. I ain't even trying to make no money. It just be coming.
You can go to jail for that, Rodney.
Hey, I'm scared, Fig. Why you playing? I don't know what I did, but we gotta get this paper, Fig. You hear me?
That's how we gotta do. I think I'm not sure, but I want to say one of the biggest comedy weekends in the country of the year is Thanksgiving and July 4th weekend. I'm not sure, but I'll double check it to that. But I know Thanksgiving weekend because it's the long weekend. For that weekend, everybody goes out to one thing on that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights, and then July 4th because basically it's the same thing. I don't know. I did a report on that years ago.
I will say this: Thanksgiving night is the worst comedy day of the year.
Oh, really?
Because people be with their families, and if they come out, they don't have no friends, no family. And you be like, why you ain't eating some dressing?
Yeah. Well, I was thinking more so that Friday night after Thanksgiving. You know what I mean?
The weekend. I'm not sweating the weekend, but that Thursday, if they come out Thursday night.
No, I like to throw stuff on Wednesday because Wednesday nobody's working. Wednesday cracking.
Yeah.
Thursday night, Thanksgiving night. No.
Let's get this show jumped off and start off, man. Let me first start off by saying a week ago, maybe a little, I don't know what, about a week ago, I throwing out that there was a report about an Olympic athlete, who was stating that there were people who were going to be faking their Olympic, results so they could get into the Olympics and everything else. Come to find out, the Olympics have done 3 or 4 testing. Independent companies have done 3 or 4 testing. Not one player, not one talent has been caught with a fake COVID test, which is pretty good to hear. You know what I mean? So what's your thoughts on that, Talent?
That's when snitching goes wrong. remember the one that got caught said, I ain't the only one doing it. Damn. And he the only one caught. Yeah. When snitching goes wrong, check everybody's house. And you're the only one with the gun.
Yeah.
I'm glad. This is good news. All jokes aside, is good news. Because again, we was facing something that could have been hindering the whole damn sport. You know what I mean? So the fact that everybody was all good, I'm all good with everybody.
Yeah, it is. What's your thoughts?
They watered them off at the pass, man. That's exactly what happened. They watered them off at the pass. They warned them first. They were like, look, if we catch you, it's curtains. It's curtains for you. It's like going to rob a store and you got 2 cops standing outside. You look at your boys like, this ain't a good idea.
Rodney Perry, your thoughts?
I don't understand what you said. What happened now?
Okay, that must be a day you missed. An athlete, Olympic athlete. I forgot the guy's name. I didn't even look it up, to be honest with you.
Why he got caught under the bus when I missed a day? That must have been a day you missed.
Yeah.
Damn, Frank. Yeah.
Sorry, Rodney Perry. That happened. But there was an athlete who, about a week and a half ago, he got caught and he got basically thrown out of the Olympics because he was supposed to be competing for the Olympics. But he got caught cheating. He literally had COVID and put up a fake report saying he didn't have COVID to move forward in the Olympics. He got caught. And then he said, I'm not the only one.
How you fake COVID? Don't nobody do that, do they?
No, he faked the COVID test. He didn't fake COVID. He faked the COVID test and said he had passed,
Right.
but actually had failed.
Right.
And then he said, I'm not the only Olympic athlete who's done this. So the Olympics was scrambling a week and a half ago trying to find out if he's snitching, he's telling the truth, how many other Olympic athletes are going moving forward to try to get to the Olympics with fake COVID tests, saying that they had it and saying that they didn't have it and actually had COVID. So now
Right.
the Olympics
You know what's happening too with this COVID is I think it's so the incubation that used to be 14 days, I don't think it's 14 days no more. So he might have been right, but it might have passed by the time they test these people again. So stitches get stitches, dog. Chill out.
Yeah, that's basically what talent is saying. That's basically what talent is saying. Now, and I don't know if you guys heard this over the weekend. There was a 4th of July accident with the Columbus Blue Jackets goalie. He got hit. His name is Matt Kalimvikis. He got killed. He's 24 years old. He got killed sitting in his hot tub by somebody who set off fireworks. The fireworks came and landed in his hot tub and killed him. And he was chilling, literally, in Novi, Michigan, sitting there chilling and got killed. And every year we know there's there's fireworks accidents. This weekend there was 150, maybe to 160 shootings over the weekend with fireworks. Every year there's something, but I did not expect it to be something with an Olympic athlete. Talent, what's your thoughts on this goalie got killed?
Let me tell you something, man. It's like 3 athletes got killed over the last holiday weekend. You know, you got this one that we're talking about here. You got 3 people, 2 random people wasn't even athletes. They was hanging with an athlete. All 3 of them got killed. I don't never like to see, not that they're not regular people. You just hate to see this black eye on the games. You know, I don't care what game it is, whether we watch tennis or not, or, Fig don't like baseball. When it comes down to these people getting killed, like it's a catastrophe, bro. Like I don't even know how he could stop something like this without creating a bubble in every damn sport to protect people. It's catastrophic, man. I feel real bad for the family.
Yeah, I don't know about where y'all was at, but where I was at, it literally sounded like Vietnam or something like that with fireworks. It was ridiculous where I was at. Fig, what's your thoughts?
Man, this new generation don't know nothing about fireworks. We used to blow up everything, man. We were kids. We had the middle garbage can. We used to drop M80s in it and close the top and run and watch the top blow off to like the 6th floor and stuff like that, man. These kids don't know what they're doing. He's got lit off fireworks and the thing went the wrong way, hit the boy in the chest and killed the man in the hot tub, man. It's ridiculous, man. These kids don't know what it is they do it, man. Don't you know that you're supposed to put the thing in a bottle before you light it so that when it take off, it shoot up in the air and not across to your neighbors sitting in the hot tub with the hot tub gonna make you sweat. Put it in the hot tub. Too hot for the hot tub.
Okay. All right, Rodney Perry, what's your thoughts?
You know, this is gonna sound weird. But and as earthlings, we're bound to this planet, man. But how great of a story is that when you go to heaven? Like heaven is like jail, so they be like, what you in for? It's crazy. I was in a hot tub and got hit with an M80. It's crazy. No.
Oh man, I never thought I'd see the day when we talking about somebody got killed and be laughing about that. I never thought I'd see the day.
No, it's not funny. Not funny at all. And as I'm trying to look at the lighter side of this because it's so tough. But how about this? What type of fireworks work underwater?
I don't even know. They never. I looked at 3 different.
I wonder what happened. And did you see the story? I saw a story of people was like pointing fireworks at people, like chasing them around and point them like projectiles. Like it was crazy, man. So stuff going on. I keep my kids in the house. Y'all can have Babe Ruth.
And you seen the golfer, the pro golfer got murdered on the golf course with 2 other people.
No, I didn't see that.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah,
on the golf course, they don't even know who did it. They still looking for him.
Yeah, they don't know.
They hit him with a firework.
No, it wasn't fireworks. This was a different kind of fire.
Yeah, that was real. I think they shot him.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that's
you
true.
know, he
All right,
probably did.
let's talk about the NBA finals because now the finals are set. You know what I mean? And being that this time of year, the sports is going to be slow. People are going to be picking stories apart, up and down, and everything else. But let's first talk about this. The NBA finals are set. It got set over the weekend. The Phoenix Suns made it, obviously, but the Milwaukee Bucks beat the Atlanta Hawks and finally named Nate McMillan the head coach. But Talent, when you see that Milwaukee Bucks obviously made it to the NBA Finals, what's your thoughts? Because that's the first time they made it in 35 years, 36 years. I was like, wow, they actually beat the Hawks. So,
Well, I mean, let's be real. They should have been there the last couple of years. They kept falling off the plank, if you will, but they were supposed to have been there. They're about 3 years late, probably 2-3 years later than they should have been. I think it's a good matchup. I think it's something worthwhile. I think we'll tune in. You know what I mean? Because that's always the concern. Will we tune in to these finals because so and so playing so and so? I believe so. If not for only the reason of the world is rooting for Chris Paul to get a chip.
right.
I seen the best meme this morning, and it was a picture of Bron and Melo laughing, and LeBron tweeted. I mean, like he posted in the caption that said, "If Chris Paul get a championship, we only got one more mission."
Get Melo.
Yeah. Yeah, but Melo's time is shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. Fig, what's your thoughts?
One of them Lakers.
And man, it's weird, man, because we sort of saw it coming, man. But when you think about the people that are going to be in the finals, and it's like Milwaukee and Phoenix. Well, isn't that exciting? Oh man, the whole world ought to tune in to see that one. But I think it's going to be good, man. I mean, if Chris Paul get one, it'll be real good. I think that Milwaukee is due, man. You know what I mean? They've been here, like Tyler said, a few times, man. They've been knocking at that door. And for some reason, they didn't get over the hump. But you're here now. This is as close as you ever been. Now it's time.
Yeah.
Time to take a crap and get off the potty.
Yeah.
Started at the bottom, now we here.
Rodney Perry, your thoughts?
The table is set. I don't know if with the rest Chris Paul and his team has got, they had a chance to mend. You got my man Nose back working. You got Chris Paul wrist, shoulder, ankle, whatever else the ailment he got should be back together. And you still got Giannis out the game. I don't see a way that the Bucks can get it done. Good luck to them, man. But man, if Booker just play half good, they should win.
Here's the thing. I'm not even talking about the series just yet. But I saw something this morning, an article. I think it was in US. I don't know. I was going through those stuff so fast. But they were saying the NBA. People were saying that the NBA is disappointed, saying this could be one of the worst NBA finals ever and the most boring. Because it seems like the people are not interested in Phoenix and people are not interested in Milwaukee. I look at it completely opposite. I think talent. I could be wrong. I think a lot of people will be interested in seeing Chris Paul potentially winning a finals, for the first time. It might even win a finals MVP. If he plays halfway good, he's going to win the finals MVP because so many people are rooting for him. That's what I think.
I think whoever says that is off their rocker. If you know this sport, you know that all you need is likable guys on each side for people to tune in. We already know likability leader sky high for Greek Freak and Chris and all the other usual suspects. People are really looking at the arrival of Devin Booker. You know what I mean? We know what that is. And we got all these other players that are just coming into their own, man. Middleton. You got all these players that are really coming into their own. This is people going to tune in. Plus, it's still a pandemic. They act like they got a lot of programming already.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's true. But Talent, I would throw this thing out to you, say, but if there's a lot of people who people hate too, people would really tune in to see that dude get bashed, i.e., a la LeBron James, because a lot of people hate
That's
LeBron
true.
James. You know what I mean?
But see, Bron's a bad example because Bron is, let's say it was 1 million people on Earth. If you got half of that million love him and half of that million want to see him lose, it don't matter why they watch it. You got all million. He's an anomaly in his own right. These guys, let me see. Do we have any villains? I don't think we got any villains.
Yeah, but that's my point. Like every year there is somebody. I don't think. Do you agree with his statement? Because I don't agree with that statement.
You know, the problem is that it's two small market teams. You know, I mean, like when the last time, you know, you had a bunch of people sitting around and be like, yo, man, where we going on vacation? You said, well, you know, a choice is we can go to Phoenix or we can go to Milwaukee. And people be like, yeah, I'm gonna stay home because I don't want to go to either one of them places. That's not they small market teams, man. You know what I mean? I mean, the players are good and all that stuff like that. But just like you said, there's no villain. There's nobody to root for. It's like two underdogs fighting at each other. Like it's just, you know, if you go to a dog fight, it's usually two pit bulls or Doberman, something. It got to be something exciting. Now you got two Chihuahuas going at each other. I mean, who's gonna tune in to see that?
See, Rodney, that's my point. He's making is that there's no real villains that people really want to hate, or there's no real person that people really want to see win. I mean, a lot of people want to see Chris Paul win, but a lot of people, most of those same people, really could care less, also too. You know what I mean, Rodney? What's your thoughts?
This is you guys are absolutely right, man. I mean, you're looking at that this year. First of all, Milwaukee, who? I mean, without Giannis, I mean, I get it. Trying to, you know, you Chris Middleton, great, but he's kind of he don't show up enough, you know, and he got to get warmed up. He don't get going to the third quarter. He gonna get his ass tore out the frame
Right.
that way. And to be honest, Phoenix is a little lackluster as well. They don't have no. I mean, they got stars of Chris Paul and Devin Booker, but they kind of lackluster. Them other dudes, that dude that look like he from the Cosby Kids, and they got some weird looking little dudes over there, man. And
he talking about Chris Payne.
Yeah, that dude he talk like a deb man, but but no, all jokes. And I would like to see, like you say, you know, stay in the West. Chris Paul get a look, but if Milwaukee gonna do something, win the first game.
You know what? Too. Here's another thing. I think more people are excited for the NBA season to finally be over, so people can see what happens at the beginning of next year. I'm gonna say that because Kyrie Irving's situation in New Jersey is literally rocky right now, and everybody wants to see where Chris Paul's gonna land out next. So I guess talent. I think big thing with you is going to be, Chris Paul's going to be a free agent. We talked about this a little bit last week. Chris Paul's going to be a free agent. Do you think he stays with Phoenix? We said it last week that a lot of us think so, but now in the new developments and everything else and winning an NBA chip, after I thought about it, I think he might want to go to another franchise and try to bring another franchise home too. You know, I don't know if that's so he wants to stay in that small market team. That's my thought. What you think, now?
Well, I think that it all depends on how these play out, these games play out. If these games play out where Chris Paul is the savior like he was in the last couple, if he's that guy, if he's the front runner and he's MVP of the finals, then he's going to stay because the money will be there. They will put the money where their mouth is. They look at him like, okay, he's at the height of his game. If he's mediocre and Devin or somebody else becomes that main guy and the driving force for the team, I don't think Phoenix is going to be able to pay him enough or want to pay him enough. You know what I mean? So I think his decision is going to rely on if he's a numero uno on the team, or if he's third or fourth, like in helping the team in scoring. That's going to have a huge impact on staying or leaving. And then at that point, if you leave, he's just going to look to cash out.
That's an interesting take. I thought that's kind of flipped of what I thought, but okay. I'll say what I thought in a second. Fig, what's your thoughts on Chris Paul? Let's say Chris Paul wins the NBA championship. Let's say he wins the NBA championship. He brings it home. Phoenix ain't won since forever. You know what I mean? I don't even think they ever won an NBA championship, to be honest with you. Chris Paul brings it home. Do you think he stays and tries to run it back? Or do you think he goes to another team? Like, let's say Philadelphia. Philadelphia could use him right now. You know what I mean? And because right now he's an unrestricted free agent. The minute that clock strikes 12 and he the finals is over. What's your thoughts?
My thing is that Chris Paul, I believe the word on Chris Paul is about his paper. If he's about his paper, then he's gonna go to the highest bidder, pretty much. If he gets his chip, that means that he's solidified. He's done all that he could do. I mean, he got all kind of records and stuff like that. This is the last piece that he doesn't have is an NBA championship. He finally gets that. Then if he wants to get his money, then he goes to the highest bidder. But after he gets his chip, now his stuff is completely solidified. Maybe they jump on that banana boat and go with his boy in LA. Maybe, like Callan said, that meme that he saw, maybe Melo and Chris Paul go for the veteran minimum and they go over to LA with LBJ and AD and they see if they can catch one over there.
All right, Rodney Perry. Here's what I think, Rodney. I think he wins the ring. He becomes NBA Finals MVP. And I think to set himself aside from everybody else, from LeBron and everything else, I think he tries to run it back with a different franchise so he could say he repeated as an NBA champion with two different teams. Because that would completely separate him from a lot of people in the NBA Finals thing. He could say, yeah, I won it with Phoenix. Then the following year, I went and ran it back with and won it with. Not that he would win, but let's just say if he would try to risk that. What do you think, Ronnie?
I mean, you got to look at this year. These 2 years, we had the bubble year followed by this year. These 2 years are an anomaly. We're coming into 2022, and we're coming into a season that's going to be like a normal season, and a lot of people are going to be returning to the fold, a la Golden State, the New Jersey Nets, the Los Angeles Lakers, all the teams that are good always will be back. So guess what? All these middle of the range teams that's been doing good, they're gonna have to take a back seat. Get your ass back in the back. Chris Paul, Milwaukee, get your ass back in the back. Portland, get your ass back in the back. And now the real NBA gonna be back. So y'all better enjoy yourself now. Chris Paul, go get your money, dog. Get your money. Otherwise, your ass got to get in the back.
See, I don't necessarily agree with that either. I think there's a Bible proverb that last shall be first and first shall be last. You know what I mean? I think those that's been first for a long time are about to be last. I think those that's been last for a long time are about to be first. That's just what I think.
You think the Phoenix Suns can maintain next season?
Yes, I do. They're built for it. They
got young stars, man. Most of them, with the exception of Chris Paul and Crowder, most of their players are young, but they're young studs. You got DeAndre Ayton, he's brand new, he's in his 20s. You got Devin Booker, he's in his 20s. The kid that you talk about, Cameron Payne, they all young cats. Like these other the stars that we talked about it yesterday, them cats are really getting old, man. When you get up into your 30s, you're on your way out.
Yeah, that's not even the most important part. The most important part. The most important part is the only person who's not returning right now for Phoenix Suns is Chris Paul. Everybody else is returning. You know what I mean?
But you don't know
they wasn't winning before Chris Paul got there, though, Frank. Really? Are you serious?
You kicking him off the team? You don't know that. Like I said, you're kicking him off the team. You don't even know that. Like,
no, I'm not kicking him off the team. I'm saying if he wants to I think he's gonna throw a monkey wrench in the thing. I hope he runs it back.
So. I think it's very. Here's the thing we know about. Let's go back to what we know about this young man and his career. He's a very smart young man. If nothing else you can say about Chris Paul, he's very astute and smart. Now here's the thing: if your team wins, and you fucking are the man, and you the man, the team is gonna pay you. Your best chance of getting another chip is with the team that just won it.
No, I agree. I'm not.
The only way you leave if money is an issue.
Okay, but you got to remember this too. Like this is the whole point I was trying to make.
16 years in too, though, dog.
Yeah, there's that, and there's also a fact being that he's not going to have too many chances to run it back. He's not going to have too many chances to set his legacy aside for something different. You know what I mean?
I agree.
He might want to be something along the lines of what Rondo is, you know what I mean, and won 2 NBA chips with 2 different teams and be that guy that was instrumental in being that person. That's all I'm saying.
Let me ask you a question. To support your argument, what team would be that team for him?
Bro, you could put Chris Paul in a handful of teams right now. A handful.
Give me a couple.
Okay, let's look at if Chris Paul goes with Miami right now. Let's just say Miami. Let's see if he goes to Phoenix. Yeah, talent. No disrespect to you, my brother.
Go
I
ahead,
love
say
you.
it, say
No,
it.
let me finish.
Miami? What
Let
you
me
think
finish.
gonna happen?
Let me finish. No disrespect to you, my brother. I love you and all, but we had this exact same argument last year about Phoenix, and you were like, nah. They ain't getting to the final. Ain't getting to the final. They did. The year before that, we didn't think they're gonna do that good either. My point is, Chris Paul is a floor general of floor generals. If you add him right now with the team that's literally in Miami, you add him on the same team that's in Phoenix. Hell, you even add him on the Knicks. He changes those three teams and can make all three of them finals contenders.
For a Negro who was supporting the Suns, you're not making sense. The Suns were so good when that Negro was out, they was winning. So it's
No, they
not.
didn't.
That's what I'm
No, they
saying.
weren't. No, they weren't. No, they weren't.
Dog,
Yeah.
when he got hurt in the playoffs, they were kicking ass without Chris.
They did. They won a couple
They
games.
kicked
They
ass
won the
without
2 games that he was out.
Okay, but let's go with that.
Hold on. Let me finish
Let's
my
go with
point.
that.
So what I'm saying to you is this: you can't compare a team that's built like Phoenix right now to a team like Miami right now. That's night and day, bro.
Bro, I'm gonna tell
You
you.
know one thing. You know I could throw a monkey wrench in here. The one team that I think Chris Paul could go to and guaranteed another championship. You know the Nets ain't not happy with Kyrie. If
Now
they
that makes
switch
sense.
them dudes out and Chris Paul goes
That's a
with
legitimate.
KD
that's a
and James
legitimate-
Harden, you best believe they coming out the East.
And
Yeah,
that was my question. My question was to set Frank up to see if he was going to pick the teams in my brain. Because what
I'm
you're
not
saying,
picking.
what
I'm
you're
not
saying
picking a
has a
team.
lot of validity. I'm just saying not Miami.
No, I'm not picking a team like that. I'm talking about what Chris Paul's legacy would be. I'm staying on that side. His
Okay.
legacy would be no one saw him going to Phoenix and making Phoenix make it to the finals. Nobody saw that. I'm going along and staying and saying,
Yeah.
what team could he go to right now? What 2 or 3 teams could he go to right now that nobody sees coming, that has
Right.
a couple of pieces here and there?
I got you.
You know what I mean? And then could
I
take
know, no
it to the NBA
disrespect, my
finals.
brother. I love you. I
Y'all
hate
not
your hat.
conceding the
I hate
fact that
your
this
hat.
is not a normal season.
Huh? Say again?
Are y'all not conceding the fact that this is not a normal season?
No,
Oh,
it's
it's
not
We're
normal.
talking about a season with plagued with injuries all up and down the roster of every team.
I agree.
And when you come back next year with people, it's gonna be like all these teams that was Rudy Poots that all got good. They had youth on their side. You even spoke to a Fig. They had youth on their side. Now youth is gonna be less of a factor.
If you don't get your LeBron James ass out of it,
I ain't say nothing about LeBron James. I mean, we got
without
tons of
saying-
teams. We
without
got the Golden
saying it,
State
you
Warriors. You got
without
Golden
even
State
saying it.
that's gonna return to health. You got the Nets is gonna return to health. I mean, there's a lot of teams that's gonna return to health. Guess what? The Falcons, the Hawks, get your ass out of here, man.
Hold on, Roger. Let's go with your thought process. A lot of the best players right now are playing in the Olympics. So this past season we just had could literally flip again and happen again. Because these same players are having no rest. They going to the Olympics right now as we speak. And actually, they already started playing ball in the Olympics. So normally, last year their thing was, hey, we need the time to rest. And all
That ain't the same. That's 11 guys, 12 guys.
And
That's
11 or 12 guys. Look at the Nets. That's 2 of those guys. Just go down the roster. Look at the Celtics. Just go down the roster. A lot of those guys, Damian Lillard. If you take those guys right now who are in the Olympics, those guys get injured. We right back to where we are last year. This year. We right back to the same spot. I don't know. It's a thought. But
Listen, I was watching something on the injuries, right? Because a lot of people would talk about it. So the most injuries that they had in a year for top players was 6. This year was 9. So you got 3 more this year. So how big of a
Not
deal
just
is
top
it?
players is injured.
And a lot of
players
those
is injured.
A lot of those injuries, a couple of them were freak accidents, and then the rest of them were basketball injuries.
all right, let me bring up the next topic because the next topic could change the landscape of the West too. My next topic to you, I'm gonna start with you, Talon, is the Lakers are supposed to be making a trade and run for DeMar DeRozan, and we all know that Kemba Walker's people right now at OKC are in talks to try to get Kemba Walker over to the Lakers too. Now you know the Lakers gonna have to lose some pieces to add some of these pieces. Now I don't, addition by subtraction is a great thing. I don't know who the Lakers gonna lose to be able to gain. But if you add DeMar DeRozan with LeBron and Kemba with LeBron, but you add DeMar DeRozan with LeBron and you add Kemba Walker and it's AD. The team does look like they could be back with DeMar, LeBron, AD, Kemba. They look like they could be back. I don't know, man. What's your thoughts about seeing what the Lakers are trying to do?
Yo, the bond, man. That's what I like about the bond. Everything is add to the bond. The bond is the new pack of Kool-Aid to the league. You add a little water, add a little more sugar, depending on how sweet you want it. Boom, wait, get to a championship. That's all jokes aside. That's a great additive. So I know you know for a fact if Kimber's coming, you're gonna lose. Schroeder's out of there, and maybe another guard. They've been talking about definitely Kuzma going and all that. So that makes sense for DeRozan. I actually, for those two pieces, man, to be honest with you, those guys' caliber of level of all-star, man, don't give a damn who you get rid of. As long as the three key pieces stay like AD and LeBron and one more, you add them two, you hard body. You still look good. That's a great move for the Lakers.
Yeah, it's actually a scary move if you are anybody else's fan out west because you add DeMar DeRozan and you add Kemba Walker. You may lose Schroeder and Kyle Kuzma, but the Lakers would basically ramp up. I think.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but they losing. They also gonna lose Montrezl Harrell and your boy Kentavious Caldwell Pope. So yeah. And I want to go on the record, man. I mean, it could be good. You know what I mean? You just never know. Always my problem with on a LeBron James team when you start talking about these point guards is when are they going to get the ball? Because that's what LeBron James does at this stage of his career. That's what he's best at: handling the ball, bringing the ball up, involving the rest of the team, passing the ball, stuff like that. And then we know what he does at the rim, as a finisher. So when you start talking about guys who handle the ball, DeMar DeRozan can get his own shot. We know that Kemba can get his own shot. But when do they get an opportunity to get in that rhythm and to get their own shot? Last but not least, I'm going to say this, and I wanted to mark it down. I want everybody to mark it down. Kyle Kuzma is going to emerge as a much better player than he is right now on the Lakers. I don't care what team he goes to. As long as that boy get an opportunity to play, Kyle Kuzma is going to be a way, way, way better player than he is right now. I guarantee you. I'm telling you.
How you spell Kuzma?
It's Kuzma, baby, with a Z.
Gotcha.
Okay, Rodney, what's your thoughts on the Lakers making changes soon?
Let me address Fig's statement first. Kyle Kuzma is absolutely going to go somewhere else and be amazing. He's going to go to probably some shit squad somewhere and be the best of the shitty players. Because he can't take the heat. He can't take the pressure. It's pressure when you're in New York. It's pressure when you're in LA. It's pressure when you're in Miami. Kuzma is proving he can't deal with it. But I think if the Lakers can maintain, if they can keep KCP, I would love DeRozan. I would rather them have like a court general like a Chris Paul. I'd rather them have a guy like that, and to take LeBron off the ball sometime because he is a ball dominant guy, and he proved to be. When he trusts that guy, that other guy, he proved to be really effective that way. And I would love to see him with a guard like that. But I'm not mad at DeRozan at all. And DeRozan wanted to get back to the light, man. What everybody, you out there in San Antonio, and he really hasn't done a whole lot out there. So I think he's trying to get back in the limelight, man. That's how them guys make their money.
All right, let's lay it out there the way I see it right now. Because if DeMar DeRozan is getting it in talks right now, Kyle Kuzma in talks right now, let's put Kyle Kuzma on San Antonio. He will shine he'll shine like a bright star because now Popovich is going to make sure he's the guy because he's got all the skills. But honestly, I think Lakers got
What
other
are you
problems.
basing that? What are you basing the statement on?
Basically, statement on that Kyle Kuzma and the Lakers are definitely parting ways, and DeMar DeRozan is coming.
What has he done where you go? He's got skill.
I've seen him play. The boy last year he played way better than he's playing this year. The boy can ball. The boy can ball.
He's an NBA player. He can ball.
No, are you saying he sucked? No.
I'm not saying he sucked. I'm saying he's an NBA player. Everybody playing in the NBA is good.
All right, well,
I'm saying he's not a marquee. He's not DeRozan.
No, he's not.
And DeRozan ain't doing good over there.
But he's not. But here's the facts. When LeBron got hurt, he shined. He shined. He had a lot. He had the ball in his hands a lot. And he shined. People were like, hey, how come you can't play like this when the whole team is together and everything? That's what a lot of people's problem is with this kid. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't play up to his full potential. That's what everybody's problem is. They want to ship him out. And honestly, he's going to land on San Antonio. He's going to land on some mid-level team, maybe a Toronto or something like that. And then he is going to shine. That's
you know what it is. And this is really not a slight on LeBron, man. It's just that when LeBron is on a team, man, he sucks a lot of the air out of the team, man. He sucks a lot of air out of the players. You know what I mean? Because he's demanding, he has the ball, and your usage is really minute and really small when you're the third guy on a LeBron James team. It's him and Anthony Davis, and the rest of the guys are pretty much spot-up shooters. It's the same thing he did to Kevin Love, same thing he did to Chris Bosh. Your usage goes down and your rhythm goes down too. It's the same thing.
Let me ask you guys this too.
No damn rings go up though. I bet that.
Yeah.
He got 4.
Yeah, nobody's complaining.
The rings go up.
He got 4.
That's more than one.
No, I'm saying. Who did you just say that the usage went down?
He's talking about.
I talked about Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh
gonna get a ring without LeBron.
You asked me a question.
Is Chris Bosh gonna get a ring without LeBron?
Chris Bosh was a much better player in Toronto. Kevin Love was a much better player in Minnesota. It is what it is.
They get rings without LeBron.
Man, forget that. They were better players.
How you forget that?
They were better players. We kept telling you the basis
being
of this
being the best player don't mean nothing if you don't get a ring, Big.
Kyle Kuzma is going to be a better player when he leaves the Lakers and out from under LeBron James. That's the whole point.
I'm glad he got a ring. Kyle Kuzma got a ring. He's not gonna get no other ring. Bet that.
All right, let me move on. I'm gonna throw this out there to you, talent. I'm gonna ask you this, man. Kyle Lowry is an NBA player that nobody's talking about either. He lands on a couple of players' teams. He could change a lot of teams, perspective too. So I'm gonna ask you this: where would you like to see Kyle Lowry land? Because Kyle Lowry is an unrestricted free agent. Yeah, he's 36, but he's still got a lot left in the tank too. So where will Kyle Lowry?
They need him in Philly. Philadelphia needs him. I see somehow him ended up home in Philadelphia. But he also would look good on that Miami team that you brought up. Now, are they instant champions? Maybe not, but they definitely going to be consistent contenders. So those two teams I can see him ending up on. Lakers not so much. He's built a little different for where they're going with that squad, character-wise. But I think he ends up home in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I think he lands in a couple of places. I'm gonna say my number one place I think he's gonna land is New York Knicks because the Knicks are about to lose 60 players.
Will you stop? No. How about he land on the Celtics? How about the Celtics?
I would love to take him. I would love to take him.
Let's see him on the Celtics.
I would love to take him. But
I love
here's let me finish the thing. He's gonna go somewhere where he's closest to be home. It's gonna be Philly 1. And the Knicks too. The Knicks is what, an hour away from Philly? I think he's gonna be there.
Why you keep giving him? Why not the Knicks? Why you keep giving him to the Knicks?
Can I finish this? Y'all remember how his reaction is? Because when Kyle Lowry goes to the New York Knicks and he does well and the Knicks do really well, remember this. I'm gonna record this because Kyle Lowry is not done yet. That boy's on one of them vegetation diets and everything else. That boy got 3 good years still left in the tank. You know what I mean? And he's not coming. It'd be one thing if I was saying Kyle Lowry's coming to a team, he's trying to get the veteran minimum. He's not. Kyle Lowry is getting ready. He's literally, his stats, he's one of the top 5 best guards in the league. Still, his stats are still up there. He's trying to get a max contract.
I'm confused. Here's what you just said, Frank. You said Kyle Lowry is 36. He got 3 good years left. So you're telling me a guy who's not even 6 feet tall is going to play at a high level to the age of 39. That's what you're saying. A small player is going to play at a high level to the age of 39 years old, and you want him on the Knicks for the next 3 years.
No. Stop. I didn't say I want him on the Knicks.
Stop
I didn't
that.
say that.
That's disgusting. Stop that.
Craig, you're not listening. As usual, you're not listening. I didn't say I want him. I didn't say I want him on the Knicks. I said where he's talking to and where the people are going to take him. I ain't say I want him on the Celtics. Let's be honest, I want the Celtics. I would like to take him.
That makes 2 of us.
I'll take it because Kyle Lowry right now. Mark my words. Figure. Roddy, I'm gonna throw it to you. Where do you think Kyle Lowry's gonna land? Because he got 3. He has potentially 3 good years left. I know he definitely got 2 in the bank. The third one is going to be hard for anybody paying because he'd be 39. So he might get a 2-year option he might get a 2-year contract with a 3rd-year option. But he's definitely going to get a 3-year contract because everybody looks for that. Do people play him out? No. But he's going to get 2 good years. So where do you think he's going to land at and make a difference?
Me?
Yes, you.
Kyle Lowry. Just because it makes Fizz so mad, I'm going to say New York. I like how revved up Fizz get. Kyle Lowry to New York.
All right, okay.
Matter of fact, Kyle Lowry gonna split time between the Nets and the Knicks. He gonna play for both teams.
It don't work. He don't get worked up so much about the Nets. He don't get worked up so much about the Nets. Honestly, I'll be honest with y'all. I'm scared if he goes to the Knicks. I'm scared if he goes to the Knicks. And that's
here's my thing, Frank. Here's the thing. The reason why I don't think that's good for him, it's a different wear and tear in New York. And if you're already talking age numbers, it's not going to be a good look overall for us at all. You know what I mean? He's a good player. You're right. He's top 5, but he needs to be on the right team that needs the right things from him. In New York, we beat and batter our players, man. We need that every ounce of your muscle and blood. It's better for him to go home. The ideal place is Philly, and even Boston. I don't even think Boston is good for him.
I think Boston. I think Boston's great.
You guys give players up too.
Yeah, but I think Boston's great for him. I would love.
Boston need a front court. You add Kyle Lowry, you just adding more guys. You got Kemba Walker, you got Brown, you got Smart.
We don't have
Kyle Lowry's the same dude. You need a big. You need some.
Don't have Kemba Walker. We don't have Kemba Walker.
Boston got 4 players on ventilators right now, and it's not COVID.
Yo.
You talk about working somebody to the bone. Everybody that go there get messed up. Y'all have hurt like 10 guards in the last 10 years.
All right, my last question about NBA, then I'm gonna throw it to. I want to talk about some NFL real fast. CJ McCollum has been in talks over the weekend since last time we had the show. I heard more conversations about CJ McCollum, and it looks like it's a really strong possibility that either Dame or CJ is not going to be there, and chances are it's going to probably be CJ. CJ looked like he's going to be trade bait and everything else. So I don't know what team is going to be and everything else, but talent. I'm going to ask you, where do you see CJ McCollum landing in which team?
Wherever he go, they're going to demand to know his real name. What is CJ? Anybody know? Nobody knows.
No.
Carlos Jeffries. I don't know. I made it up.
That's funny. He said that. I was just saying can't jump McCollum.
That's disrespect.
Oh my God.
Now hold up, Frank. We just was talking about your team, Miami, and Philly.
Okay.
So if Kyle doesn't go over there, I see those 3 teams in his future, and he's a great fit for each team.
Yeah, he is. But who do they give up to get him? Because right now it's top. You know what I mean? In order for somebody to get him,
Ben Simmons got to get the hell out.
Yeah, Ben Simmons is gone. You know he got to go.
They repainted a Greyhound bus with his picture on it. He got to get the hell out of it.
He still got to.
Yo, they put Ben Simmons' face on the Liberty Bell right there over the crack.
Philly is the number one city you do not want to be in when they don't want you there.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely
I
true.
don't know about that. I think New York is the number one city.
If we don't want you here, one thing about New York, we'll ride and grind, whether like even if we don't agree with it, but we not like Philly got that fan hate thing going on.
Philly's throwing stuff at you when you
when they turn on you, they turn.
They booed Philly. Just remember, Philly is the city that booed Santa Claus on Christmas Day.
Fig,
They threw snowballs at him.
Where does CJ McCollum land, Fig?
I mean, to be honest with you, that's a dude that I would love to see in New York City, man, because CJ is he's just like one of those dudes, man. Like he could get his own shot. He can knock down threes. I think he's in the shadow of Dame Lillard. I mean, Dame Lillard is showtime, man. He's box office, man. But I think CJ McCollum is a better player than people give him credit for because there was a time when Dame was out and CJ was balling, man. I just think that those two guys, share the ball. I don't like the way Portland plays, man. It's just like a bunch of small cats jacking up threes all day. No front court, no in the paint play. Nurkic he just seems like he's useless. I think they need somebody else in the front court. I would love to see CJ McCollum in New York City, man. That's the type of baller that I would love to see, man, because like I said, he's box office to me.
Rodney Perry, where would you like to see CJ McCollum land?
I mean, I really like the guy, man. I think him and Dame together are a bit undersized. So that's what the problem is out in Portland. I love the tenacity. He's a great defender. I wouldn't mind him coming to the Lakers, to be honest, man. I mean, you need guys that can hit open shots. He can get his own shot, and he plays defense. That's a big deal. And I think the Knicks is not far-fetched, man. The Knicks would be a great look. He's got that Knick vibe. He's got that Knick dog in him. I think he's got that thing. So that would be hot for him to go to the Knicks. So that's my take.
Only problem with him going to the Knicks is the Knicks got to trade him because he's still on the contract. And the Knicks have 7 free agents. So they don't really have anybody to trade for him to go. You know what I mean? That's the problem, issue I have. So the Knicks to build, they got to sign unrestricted free agents, right? And CJ McCollum, they want to. It could be a sign and trade kind of thing. They could sign some stuff. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but I could see him being traded to Philly and that Philly swap. That's my number one thing. I think that's going to be the thing that everybody goes for.
Who would be in that combo? What would they get for him?
They would probably get Ben Simmons in a first round. You know what I mean? First round draft pick for him. You know what I mean? And that's the way they're gonna have to get her. Because Philly, like Talon said, he's out.
Like an even trade to me. No, maybe not.
Simmons is out real fast. He's out real fast. Like we
in New York, they got a lot of money and a lot of draft picks. That's two of the things that we have in New York is money and draft picks.
Yeah, but in order for to make it to work with New York, you got to already have signed free beat because he's signed. You can't offer money for signed players. You got to offer
signing trades if they want somebody.
That's what I said. I said unless they sign somebody and trade them, they could do that. But at the end of the day, they got to sign a superstar, a mid-level to upper-level superstar to be able to trade him for that. And why would they do that? So I don't know if he's going to go to New York. But at the end of the day, I can't see him landing on Philly because Philly's trying to get rid of him like real fast. I can see that. But let's talk about football because we only got like 3 minutes left. We talked about Devontae Adams over the weekend, but there's an update on Deshaun Watson for y'all. There's an update on Deshaun Watson. Here's the update. Y'all sitting back. Y'all ready? They're getting ready to try to have a kind of a review of the women's testimony at the end of this week. Big news because guess what can happen? Some people start to recant on their testimony when it comes to Deshaun Watson. Now, we've talked about Deshaun for weeks and weeks and weeks. I'm willing to bet that more than half of those women do not come back to testify to move forward with that case with Deshaun Watson. That's my theory. Talent, what do you think is going to happen with Deshaun Watson, bro? What's your thoughts?
Well, I think they're going to settle, and they're going to owe him 27 massages. Effective immediately. So he's a win-win. I think we know how quiet this got. This got so quiet that I can't see it going any other way out of his favor. I see everything going in his favor because when we all know when they got something on you, something tangible, They beat that media drum. They beat the public opinion drum, and that's your ass. So the fact that this thing has gotten blatantly quiet, it looked like it's all in his favor.
I agree with that. Fig, what's your thoughts?
I think on the heels of the miscarriage of justice with William H. Cosby, they had a change of heart and decided that they don't need this kind of unnecessary pressure from having all of these trumped up charges against another black man,
Right.
high profile black man in America. And like Talent said, I think a lot of these people are just backing off. I mean, Deshaun Watson paid his $40. That's all these women were entitled to. So move on.
Greg, what's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I think the idea was to extract some of the money they paid him before letting him leave the town. And I think they've done that and they've maxed that out. And it's time for him to get up out of there. And it's proof that we're in the NBA, NFL, I mean, and it's still a big old plantation.
I'll say this, and I'll leave it at this. I'll say this. I think that the Houston team is really upset with all the money they lost in sponsorship dollars over the summer, because they make millions during this time, right? Yeah, when they have the QB or some star player come in, they're still upset with that.
They created that vacuum.
Say that again.
I said they created that vacuum.
Oh yeah, they did.
You get rid of Hopkins, and then you wonder why your QB is not as functional, and he won't out.
Right.
It's like, come on, dude.
No doubt about it. Talent, we got to get a roll up out of here, man. Tell everybody about the 30-year.
30-year anniversary, people. We hope to see you at the weekend in Atlantic City. The end of the month, July 30th, 31st, and August 1st. We got 3 comedy shows. We got other shows and seminars. We got drunk karaoke. We got cash prize giveaways. And more importantly, man, we got some hellified parties after the shows. All white party, all black party is going down. My box seats crew will be in the building. Email your boy, talent@itsjustcomedy.com. Talent@itsjustcomedy.com. I got you.
Big.
Hey, man, you can follow your boy on social media platforms at Comedian Fig and Box Seats. Monday through Friday, 1 to 2 p.m. Best damn sports show on TV.
Rodney Perry.
Hey, I'm easy to find, man. The website, RodneyPerry.com. All social media, Rodney Perry Live. Thanks for the follow on YouTube. Appreciate it.
I appreciate all of that, too. I appreciate all y'all for definitely tuning in to this day. This is going to be one of them weeks where we're going to have a lot more conversation, because sports is going to be slow this week as we wait for the finals to get started. So we're going to do that. And, of course, we're going to have some guests this week. But you know what the name of the show is? It's Box Seats. That's Talent. That's Fig. That's Rodney. See y'all tomorrow. We're going to try to work on that guest for tomorrow. It probably won't happen, but at least it sounds good.
But I got good and bad news. The bad news is, I'm going to be in transit. So I'll be off tomorrow. But the good news is Thursday, the guest I'm working on, Bill Bellamy.
Okay. All right. Let's
Bill think he knows sports.
Bill think he knows sports?
He think he do.
All right. We'll see about that.
I'm out Friday, too, for the record.
Okay. Well, that's it. That's David's show. Y'all know what it is. We out, y'all. Have a good conversation. Peace.